Hey guys, so it is about that time of the month. No, not that time of the month, you little nasty. But it is time for May favorites, or as I've heard it called, Mayvorites, which I think is the most brilliant name ever. I have a lot of products to get through today, so I am actually going to be splitting this video into two parts. And the first part of this will be on this channel, which is the video you're watching right now. And the second part will actually be on my collab channel, the Fab 4. So at the end of the video, there'll be a link to that video on there, so you'll be able to have easy access to it. You won't have to go searching for it. It'll just be right there for you. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with my skincare favorites for this month, and the first one is kind of a controversial one. It's not really controversial, but I know people have their opinions on it, but my first favorite is the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream. This is just the original. They also have the unscented, and they also have a lot of other really awesome products in this line. However, I went to the Grand Canyon this month and I got really horribly sunburnt because for the first half of my hike, I forgot to apply sunscreen to my shoulders. So they were nice and charred and disgusting, and I really did not want to bubble and peel. So as soon as I got home, I took a hot shower to take the heat out of the burn, and then I applied some cream and then applied this over it, and this just kind of locked in and moisturized them overnight, and my shoulders have not peeled yet. I think my skin there is a little bit damaged, obviously, because I was irresponsible and didn't put on sunscreen, but it has definitely helped soothe my sunburn, which was really nice. And I've also had kind of issues with my lips being really dry this month. I have been drinking a lot more water lately, but I feel like I'm more thirsty all the time, which is really strange. So if there's ever like a moment where I'm not drinking water, it's really hot and dry here, so my lips have kind of been getting gross. So I have been treating them overnight with this 8-hour cream as well, and that's been really helping them a lot. So this is just a really great product. I say that it's a little controversial because it is petrol based, which means a lot of people, like my best friend Leo, think it's pretty much the same thing as Vaseline. I see where they get that from, but it's not. It does have a lot of other really great things in it that do wonders for my skin, and petrol-based products aren't exactly the worst thing ever, just because at the very least they are locking in the moisture that is already in your skin and just letting your skin naturally just like repair itself. Because I feel like, you know, we can use all these products, but at the end of the day, we are human beings and we have really magical things going on in our bodies chemically and in all other kind of weird physiological ways that I don't even understand. But basically what I'm saying is I really like this, and it's really great multifunctional product, and I enjoy it. The next skincare favorite of this month is a product from Lush, and I think I discussed this in my most recent haul. And if you guys didn't see that, I'll go ahead and link that because I actually just posted that a couple days ago. So I have been really loving the Lush Body Butter in Aqua Mirabilis. If you haven't heard of the body butters from Lush, they're really awesome. Think of a lotion, a really moisturizing lotion and cream in solid block form, and then imagine it having exfoliating bits in it. That is exactly what this is. What I usually do in the shower is I'll actually shave my legs and then I'll go over it with this, and this will just like take off any dead skin but also moisturize the skin at the same time. So it's really great. When you do rinse it off, you are exfoliating because you have to kind of like rub at the little almondy bits in it. It also leaves a little bit of a residue of moisture left, so when you get out the shower you just dab and you're moisturized for the day, and I don't need to put lotion on my legs when I use this. So really love this. I use this all over my body except for my face and neck. I try to use it pretty sparingly and kind of save it for nights where I feel like I really do need like a pick-me-up, or days that I feel like my legs are really especially dry. That's what I kind of save that for, and I really love it, and it has the most beautiful nutty smell, and I just love it. For this video, I'll be talking about 2 of my 4 makeup favorites for this month, and the first one is one that I also recently hauled, and I got it from the Beauty Swap group, and it is the Nars Laguna bronzer. This is a really overly hyped product, and I know some people have, you know, their opinions about it because it is a shimmery bronzer. However, it is really light, and like on my finger, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but on my face, it's just a really great natural bronzer. It's not significantly darker than my skin tone. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, and it's got a bit of a sheen to it, so it is glowy, but it's not shimmery. Like there's not glitter on the contours of my face. So it's a really great bronzing product. I wouldn't call it a contouring product. I think for that you definitely want to go something a lot more matte, but I feel very comfortable wearing it on my face every single day to work at night in the daytime, and it's a great bronzer, and it's so soft and it's pigmented just enough to where it doesn't look ridiculous, and it's very easy to use. And then my second makeup favorite of this month is an Urban Decay eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Toasted. I love this, and I know what you're thinking if you watched my last video. Whoa, Vanessa, why are you holding up that single when that Toasted shade came in the Naked palette you just bought? I actually returned my Naked palette. I was kind of beating myself up about it for a few days and kind of mulling it over, but I just decided that it wasn't for me. I really loved the shade Naked and Sin and Toasted, and I already own Toasted. I already own a MAC version, All That Glitters, and I have a Wet n Wild version of Naked, so I couldn't justify keeping it because all the other shades were really overly glittery, and there was a lot of foul down, and I know this is things I have heard before, but I thought it would be something I could get past, or if I used a sticky enough base, it wouldn't be a problem. But even with the Maybelline Color Tattoos as bases, the pigment and the glitter from it just got all over my face throughout the day, and it got in my eye, and my eyes were really irritated, and I was honestly kind of disappointed with the majority of the shades in the palette, and it's just, I would have liked a lot more matte shades, and I know I should have listened to Leo and just bought the Naked too, but I think I'm going to hold off. I think I have plenty of eyeshadows in my collection right now that I need to work through, and I think between everything I have some really, really awesome staples and some really incredible favorites. And the one shade I would miss the most from that palette I already have in a single, which is Toasted, and I've been using it a lot, and it's just a really pretty shimmery bronzy color. Look how gorgeous that is. I think this is like my favorite genre of eyeshadows. So, so pretty. I'll go ahead and swatch that on my hand. And things don't swatch on my hands very well, but Urban Decay eyeshadows, I will say, do swatch really well. I think it's because they've got mineral oil in them, and since my skin is so dry, it kind of helps adhere it to my skin. So really, really love this shade, and I don't fault Urban Decay. Like, I know clearly the Naked palette is working for a lot of people out there. I just don't think I am, their targeted customer, I suppose. Now moving on to kind of more random favorites, I'm going to start including food, fashion, YouTube, TV, song, and book favorites, because while I do really love makeup and skincare and hair care stuff, I also do a lot of other things and live life, and one of my biggest goals on this channel is to kind of be, relatable. I don't want to sit here and pretend that, makeup is just my entire life and that I, am glamorous all the time. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I live a normal life. I work and go to school and, do laundry like everyone else. So I feel like it's okay to feature some lifestyle products in my videos. And one thing I've been recently trying to do is I've been trying to kind of get a little bit healthier. I am definitely a foodie and a self-professed fat kid. I love my food, and I don't really intend to completely cut off all of my food that I like in my diet, but I am trying to kind of be a little bit more intelligent when it comes to snacking and just like making small changes. But I'm also going to the gym, so I feel like if I'm going to go to the gym, I need to kind of change my diet just a little bit as well. So, big tangent. One of my favorite foods this month is something I've been snacking on really, really often, and that is raw almonds. I have this big bag here. This was like this tall like a couple days ago, and I've kind of blown through this little Ziploc baggie. I buy like the big ones from Fry's. I don't remember the exact name of it, so I'll go ahead and post it somewhere. I really love these raw almonds. They're not super expensive. I know they were definitely a lot cheaper back in Ohio for some reason, but they're great. They're great snacks, and I love eating them with apple slices. It's probably like my favorite snack, and it's really great to kind of curb hunger. And I know that almonds have a lot of really awesome vitamins and things in them that are really, really great for you. So that's kind of a plus, and I just like that they're crunchy and they taste yummy. And then another food item that I have been enjoying a lot this month, it's actually a drink, and I've been getting this line from Quick Trip. I usually get it after my workout, or if I need kind of a pick-me-up, this is kind of what I will lean towards, and that is the Neuro line of drinks, and this is the Neuro Bliss. It's empty, obviously, because I drank it. This is so delicious. I would have to say that so far this one is my absolute favorite, and this is really great for when I am kind of in a stressful situation. For example, we were on our way to the Grand Canyon, and we were running late, and things were just not going really well, and I have anxiety, and I do take medication for it, but I'm human and I kind of have my moments where I get really stressed out about things, and it's to the point where it's not really making the situation any better. So obviously just didn't completely get rid of my anxiety, but this definitely did help kind of lift my mood a little bit. And I really love this one because it kind of tastes like Sprite, but delicious. If Sprite were to have a little more actual flavor in it, that's what this would taste like. It's almost kind of coconut-y. I'm not sure what exactly it was, but it's really, really delicious. Another one from that Neuro line is the Neuro Sleep. I love Neuro Sleep. I don't know how much melatonin it's got in it, but it's got like a little cocktail of things to kind of help you sleep. With my anxiety and depression, a really huge side effect that I've been suffering from for the past 5 years is insomnia, and that helps me so much. I don't think it's completely in charge of what's helping me go to sleep because I do take medication. However, it's really, really great for relaxing my muscles, especially when I work out. I do like to work out in the evening, and that kind of helps me come down from my workout and like calm, and my muscles get really tingly, and I'm just able to, you know, relax and take all the tension out of my muscles, and that helps me sleep so well. And also I have friends who really like these drinks, and it affects them so much more for some reason, and I kind of went into drinking them thinking like, oh, this is so gimmicky, these aren't gonna work, but then they absolutely did. So it's not even like it's placebo effect. They're just really, really great drinks. I know you can get vitamin supplements, you know, instead, and probably save a lot of money, but I like drinks and I like trying things that are tasty and not so terrible for you. And like this has 35 calories in it, and it doesn't have any artificial colors or sweeteners, so why not? I will say I hate the Neurosonic. It's disgusting. I can't even decide if it worked or not because I was just so grossed out. So I will say that was like the one on the line that I was not thrilled with, but the rest of them are pretty great. Now moving on to favorite YouTuber. I have 2 YouTubers this month, and one of them is kind of beauty, nerdfightery related, and that is Hannah Yep. I know I've mentioned her at least a couple times on this channel. She's one that I found through Rachel Whitehurst, and she's a really, really awesome Australian YouTuber. She's so funny. She's a nerd fighter. She likes beauty, and she just, I don't know, she doesn't bullshit in her videos. She's just absolutely 100% herself, and I just admire her so much. She's so funny and just such a quirky girl, and she's unlike any other YouTuber I've ever seen, and she's just a very, very special person in like the best way possible, and I think she deserves so many more subscribers than she has. And if you like someone who's a little wacky but completely 100% genuine, you will absolutely love Hannah Yep. So please go check her out, and if you do go check her out, let her know that I sent you, because I need her to know that I love and fully support her channel. She's wonderful. And then completely on the opposite end of the spectrum, this is not even remotely beauty related. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, that I am in an a cappella group called the ASU Pitchforks. We sing and we also beatbox. I'm a terrible beatboxer, but I really do want to get better, so I've been kind of listening and going along with these tutorials online, and one that my friend Glenna introduced to me a while ago is Fat Tony, or Fat Tony BBX. Glenna, first of all, is a fantastic beatboxer, and she's completely self-taught. She, I know, used a lot of his videos to kind of supplement her practicing time, and that is exactly what I'm kind of trying to do this summer. And by the way, if you want to hear Glenna beatbox, she's pretty sick. I think I've featured her in at least a couple videos on my music channel, but I'll go ahead and link one here, just because she's so, so awesome and so talented. And she told me like a while ago that I should really just listen to Fat Tony, and that he's really great at teaching basics. So if you're ever curious about beatboxing, you should definitely go check him out. And he's also not terrible looking, which is kind of nice, but he's a really nice guy, and he's a really great beatboxer, and he's a great teacher. So I really like watching his videos and practicing along with them. So hopefully my beatboxing will be less tragic in the future. So for TV shows this month, I feel like there's one that I absolutely have to mention. I feel like I don't really need to talk about it, but I will just say it once. Arrested Development, it's back. It's wonderful. If you don't know, you need to go find out, figure it out right now. What have you been doing? Work has kind of been slowing down a little bit this summer, so I've actually been able to bring books to work. And the one that I'm currently reading, I started it a long time ago, like kind of around the time when it first came out, but I had to put it down just because I got really busy. But it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. If you're a Nerdfighter, you've already heard so much about this book. If you're not and you've never heard of John Green, I think you absolutely should check him out. He's a great author, just an overall awesome guy. He's fantastic. If you are curious at all about him or the Nerdfighter community, I will post so many links in the doobly-doo. He's the reason why I call it the doobly-doo, the doobly-doo. So if you are at all curious, I will post that all down there, and I will know that I have done my good deed for the day, because this book and everything that went into it and everything that represents is something that completely changed my life. So all the links to that will be in the doobly-doo, but that all aside, this is a fantastic book. It's CryFest 2013, but it's absolutely worth it. It's really, really great, especially if you know someone who has or had cancer, or if you are curious about that genre of book. That's kind of like the main theme of this book. It's not what you think, though. The way he approaches it is just so, it's different. It's not at all predictable. It makes you kind of look at it differently and view people who are, fighting cancer. You view them so differently, and it's just, it gives like such an inside perspective on it, and it's so interesting, and it's so great, and it's got such awesome quotables, and it's really just a fantastic book. And I am so behind, and I need to read so many more books by him. I think I'm going to be looking for Alaska next, because he's incredible. So get this book, borrow it. I'm sure your local library will have it, or a friend will have it, because it's fantastic, and you should just read it, because it's good. It's good for you. So that is all the favorites I'm going to be featuring in this video. If you'd like to check out the second half of this video, go ahead and click on my face now to go over to the Fab 4 and see what other favorites I have been loving this month. And in that video, I will be having all of my hair care favorites, 2 more skincare, some more skincare, makeup, fashion, TV, and music favorites. If you guys are at all curious, go check that out in the Fab 4. I love the Fab 4. I have really gotten to know the girls on that channel, and they're really, really awesome. And if you would like to take some time to go check it out, I would really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out Hannah Yep and Fat Tony if you are at all curious about their channels or any of the other things that I mentioned, plus a lot of other information is in the doobly-doo. Check that all out if you would like to. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you later. Bye.